Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Automation Empire. First, I'd like to start out by saying thank you to everyone who has supported me on the journey of 10 episodes through this game so far, and if you're brand new to this small channel or this series, and you'd like to become a part of how it develops and changes in the future and take the journey with us, think about hitting that subscribe button. And always leave comments down below letting me know what you liked or didn't like about the video. But with that out of the way, let's get started. On the last playthrough, or in the last video rather, I realized I had made quite a few mistakes, and I fixed those mistakes off camera, and I'm going to go over them now. In this crazy web of vat design that I use, I had one of these somewhere where the connector didn't even connect into the tub, so it was effectively cutting off one or two of the gold miners here, which is really slowing down the system. As you can see, I fixed that. I've also hooked up water to this because the gold miners are a lot slower than the other ones, so I helped speed that up, and I'll show you the results of that in just a minute. I did the same thing with over here. There was one that was messed up, but I got all that fixed now, so we're back in business. And as you can see from those few little changes I've done, we are literally spilling over the top with these ionized capacitors. We got a full train, and it's full over here, so I think the first thing I'm going to do before we go any further would be to add a mess more of these. Whoops, that's the wrong spot. I don't know how many I'm going to need, but I'm going to put a bunch of these down anyway, because we are spilling everywhere, and those things are worth a lot of money and a lot of weight. Alright, that should do. Now, back in our beginning area, I did finally optimize this setup here. I know it was really cool to have one minecart going all the way around and through each factories, but gotta go for optimization. So I fixed that. Everything's working a lot better over here. I split the steel plates up to, instead of having one minecart go all the way around and down this way, I added a second track in. Now it's loading that faster. I know this stuff over here is kind of like an afterthought once you get to trains, but it never hurts to have extra output. But alright. I also built in another factory today because we are going to start working on carbon. I scooped up the coal that was here. I went and scooped up the coal that was over there and brought it all the way back to here. Now, I know I made this way bigger than I needed. I just wanted to see. I think this is almost the biggest factory you can make. And we got a ton of money, so it really doesn't matter. I don't think money is going to be an issue for us on this playthrough at all anymore. We are already making almost $1 million every month. And we're getting ready to add more trains and more production. And I don't think we're ever going to have to worry about money on this playthrough ever again. When I started building all this, I had $6 million to play with. So I've spent quite a bit of money getting this factory set up, and I've still got $3.4 million. It's crazy. I also extended out the research because the gold soup is kind of just going everywhere, and we need lots of these research points. Let's take a look at our research tree. We've already well surpassed the kilogram mark for the oil, and we're going to be getting into that on today's episode. And if we have time, we're going to be researching that oil and building some plants. And it says grow various strains of grass on a hydroponic platform to add agricultural resources to your supply chain. Perfect. We'll get into that where direction we're going to go with that a little bit later. For now, we're just going to snag this oil derrick. And here's our plan. We've almost scooped up every bit of resource that's on this map. The only thing that's left is that little bit of iron, that little bit of coal, and an actual metric ton of oil derricks. That's going to be fun to hook up a minecart to. But I digress. What we're going to do with this oil is first we're going to research it, because to get into the hydroponic farms we need to research 200 oil. So we'll probably just build a little temporary refinery, send that over to the research center there, because our main goal is to get into the farming, and I'll show you why. Let's see. Crude oil sells for $2,480. It also weighs, I'm sorry, not crude oil, regular oil, 10 kilograms. What we ultimately want to make is this guy way up here. But there's a few steps we have to do to get to that point. So first, we're going to have to make red grain and green grain. Now, in the research tree, to unlock these greenhouses, which speed up your hydroponic farms, you have to research grain meal. To make grain meal, you have to run red and green grass through a combiner. So as soon as we get our hydroponic farm set up, that's going to be the first thing that we target. And then once we get that out of the way, we're going to be not growing the green grass anymore. I know some of you are disappointed. Some of you think it should be the other way around. But the other grass is where the money is. And here is why. As soon as we make the red grain, we can mix the red grain with all this oil that we're going to have to make ethanol. Ethanol is useful in two separate ways. In the research tree, we have to research ethanol to unlock rockets. And the big goal here is to take that ethanol, mix it with our gold fuel, gold soup that we have a ton of in production over there, to make mega fuel, the absolute best thing you can make in the game. And by the time we get to that point, we should be at the point where we can have rockets. So we will not be selling this stuff by train. We will be selling it by rocket. I can't wait. That is going to be absolutely amazing and really fun to experience. So let's turn everything on just to get a little look at our... oh, I didn't put a minecart over here. As usual. Yeah, sure. This carbon factory is really, really simple. I brought the coal in here. The coal gets sent through a crate maker, sent through a refinery, turned into refined coal, and because I've hooked up water to the factory, let's see, carbon, run coal through a refinery again with a watered factory to get carbon. Super easy, super simple. We had extra coal nodes. I really want the extra weight output because right now our money is so good. Our money's really not our focus anymore. It's getting this as high as we possibly can, as quickly as we possibly can, and the carbon will help us do that. While that's getting set up and going, I think we're going to sneak over here and just drop a few old derricks down and maybe get a small refining factory. I'm not going to worry about hooking them all up for now. I just want to get some research going. So let's get to work on that. Alright, so I got that little bit done. One really cool thing about these old derricks is they don't require power. It says, extracts crude oil from the ground, must be built on an oil deposit, wirelessly uses $1,000 of power per month. It's a lot of power for an old derrick, and there's a lot of them we're going to have there. Good thing we're still making tons of money. Now remember, with trains, 1 month you're going to kind of show low, and then the next month you're going to show really, really big. So let's unpause it and get some money rolling. And I think, yeah, we've got the capacitor train coming in now. And oh my God, look how long that thing is. Oh man, did we overdo it? It's going to be interesting to see if we could fill all of those. Holy cow. These are going down. These are still pretty full. And yeah. That's still rocking and rolling. We're still bringing in capacitors. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're still good there. So, I mean, if that bottoms out, that's not a bad thing. That just means, you know, we're selling what we're making. Right now we weren't selling. We were wasting. So, that's a good thing. I got some extended out some research over here. I'm trying to keep all the research in the same area until I have to branch out to research some random thing. I'm tired of moving all these things around. So this is going to be the main research area for now, unless I have to move something. So let's collect some of this stuff because we need some research points after spending $2 million on oil. And well, we got some crude oil there. Or, I'm sorry, refined oil. Oh yeah. And that's going to be filling up these guys. Let's go check this factory out, and then we'll go look at the carbon one. Yep, it's doing good, doing good. Dropping off the oil. I only went with a 2 crate maker setup here because there's only 4 of those there. Now, if I have to extend it, as you can see, I got plenty of room. But just for doing research right now, and the reason that I'm not going full bore, full steam ahead with oil at the moment is I'm really trying to think and plan ahead with what space I have available to me and what I want to do with it. Like this whole area all the way from here by the gold soup and all the way over here is going to be reserved for the hydroponic farm, oil refining, and then mixing the stuff together over here with the gold soup to make that mega fuel. Now that leaves all that room for that. We've got this little bit of coal and iron that I'm going to send. I don't know if I'm going to send it there because our train tracks have to be there. We may just have to do that on this side. That won't be a problem. And then last but not least, our last area over here will be for the rockets. That will be all of our rocket production. And there's some really, really cool features about rockets if it'll give me a description. Yeah, here we go. Launch freight rockets filled with crates to sell your resources on the galactic market. Due to high off-world demand, resources sold by rockets grant a weight and revenue bonus of 45%. That is a huge thing. That's what's going to help us get some of our goals. And our basic map goal, we're not far off of 30,000 kilograms, but that's not the one we're aimed at. We want the gold medallion of 45,000 kilograms. And as much output as we have right now, that means we have to over double what we're doing right now. But rockets are going to be a big help. Alright, how is our... Let's see. Not coming back with anything. So that's coming out. That's going into research. What's the holdup over here? That's what our holdup is. I got the wrong frickin' thing here. Oh. We want a pick-up point. Please and thank you. Alright, now we should be producing. Just one little thing wrong causes the whole system to go haywire. It's crazy. Since we got a bunch backed up now, we'll do this. Just add a bunch more mine carts to kind of get this thing rocking and rolling. Alright, you can see it coming out of the first factory, or excuse me, first refiner, right into the next refiner, and then it comes out as carbon. Very, very nice. Just kind of looks like dust. Like old black dust. Alright, so now, hopefully we haven't missed that train coming out. Let me just double check that I hooked it up correctly over here. Oh, we gotta keep our eye on that ionized capacitor thing too. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Look at how many absolutely ridiculous train carts of ionized capacitors there are. Holy crap. Probably do the same thing with the gold soup, and while we're waiting I might go ahead and do that. I don't want to take too much away from the research, but we're still leaving a lot to be gathered. Oh, there comes our carbon train. This is just nuts. This train is crazy long. Crazy long. Do we even have any carbon here? We're getting a little bit there. We're a little slow on the beginning because of that one oops. But we'll make up for it. No worries, no worries. Alright, I'm going to collect some research while we're waiting on that ionized capacitor train. Very nice, very nice. I'm not making a ton of this. Maybe this one can go away. Yeah, we'll get rid of that one. Just focus on these two. We only need to research 200 of that to get to our next thing, so that's not a big deal. Where's the time of the month? These probably won't make it out on time. We got our gold train out, but I don't think either one of these trains are going to make it out by the end of this month, but it means it will give us a huge bonus for the beginning of next month. Look at how long that train is. It's still around the corner. It's crazy. I love it. I absolutely love it. That is a train full of money right there. Money, money, money. If I can count these things. $21 on the corner. $34 carts. Holy crap! 34 carts, and we're making $50,000 train card. Holy crap! That's some good money. And we need to remake some. We've spent a bunch, so yeah. For this month, we're already at 889. Oh, that was previous month. I'm sorry. We're only at 45,000. How's this carbon train doing? It's not bad. Not bad at all. Got more coming to it. This is just nuts. We're going to fill up that entire train and still have that many capacitors? Thing's about half full, man. That is just crazy. I wonder if that's going to bump our kilogram mark up. Wouldn't that be nice? Let's zoom down in here and look at this carbon. Yummy. Heck, we might fill up that one too if the train can make it back one more time. Oh, here we go. We're finally full on ionized capacitors. Look at the money just skyrocket. 47,000 now that the original bonus is gone. Still not bad. 700. Oh, and we got this one coming too. Very nice. Look at that money just keep going. Keep on going. I think our record was 1.6. Yeah, we definitely gonna crush that one. $2.3, barely into half of the month. That'll get a little higher because of our original expedition over there. But I mean, we're still slap full over here. How crazy is that? That's insane. That's going to take a little while to get to 200 of that. So let me let things run for just a moment before this video gets way too long and to collect some research, and we'll come right back to you. Alright guys, I extended the research out just to speed things up a bit, and holy crap, we're back into making a ton of money. An absolutely ridiculous amount of research. Holy crap. And I went ahead and... Oh no, I haven't yet. I thought I already did that earlier, but I'll go ahead and buy that now. Got the hydroponic farm, still sitting on 2.7 million research. I sat and watched this for a little bit just to see what this was going to do, and the highest monthly amount that I got to with the trains was 2.8 million in 1 month, and our taxes went up to $1 million when that happened, but we're still making an absolute ton of money. If I scroll back here, this is our 6-month revenue. In 6 months we made almost $10 million and had 5.6 million in taxes. 3 month is 4.3 to 2.7. But look how close we are to hitting one of our goals on the 3-month weight output. 28.7 out of 30, man. That you can't get any closer. Yeah, I mean, I suppose you can, but that's pretty darn close. But that's going to wrap it up for today's episode, guys. Next episode, we are going to be jumping into the hydroponic farms. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, if you found any of this useful and or entertaining, make sure you hit that like button. You guys be good to each other. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.